A major twist unfolds in Emmerdale next week, as the person responsible for the recent fires is finally exposed. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, Graham Foster discovers that Kyle Winchester has been behind the incidents and demands that he come clean about what he has done. As Graham presses ahead with his search for the culprit, targeting Emmerdale Farm, he eventually uncovers the truth about Kyle's involvement. The discovery leaves him facing a difficult challenge, convincing the troubled youngster to admit his wrongdoing. Recent episodes revealed that Kyle is the hidden figure responsible for tormenting Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle at the farm. So far, he has managed to avoid suspicion, while attention has been directed toward other villagers. Kyle had already been warned to stop after learning that Joe Tate planned to install security cameras around the farm. However, growing frustrations in his personal life push him toward making another dangerous decision. According to sources, Kyle faces another disappointment when Kane declines the chance to spend time with him. Ever since Kane's operation, Kyle feels their relationship has changed, as his father is still recovering and unable to take part in the activities they once enjoyed together. Feeling rejected, Kyle skips school, which only creates more tension with Kane. When Kane criticizes his growing obsession with repairing a car, Kyle becomes convinced that his father no longer wants to spend time with him. The situation escalates when a lighter falls from Kyle's bag, reigniting his urge to start another blaze. Graham notices smoke nearby and rushes over, discovering Kyle standing close to a burning vehicle. After pulling him away from danger, Graham quickly realizes who has been responsible for the fires. The revelation leaves Graham stunned and angry, particularly because of the risks involved. It also brings back painful memories from his own past, recalling a period when he reached a low point in life and set fire to his own shelter while struggling with personal demons. Graham's anger begins to soften when Kyle explains that his behavior stems from difficulties at home rather than simple mischief. Understanding that the boy is struggling, Graham decides to protect him when Robert arrives to investigate the fire scene. Once they are alone, Graham offers his support, but makes it clear that Kyle must tell Kane and Moira the truth about everything that has happened. Whether Kyle will follow that advice remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that an unexpected bond begins to develop between the pair. Believing the youngster needs structure and guidance, Graham even arranges for him to join the cadets in the hope that it will provide him with a more positive path forward. Charity is left increasingly worried in Emmerdale after Kim makes a decision that could leave her in serious trouble, while Dr. Todd continues to apply pressure. What Charity failed to anticipate was the possibility that Kim would reject her proposal altogether. Hoping to raise money quickly, Charity offered to sell her share of the Woolpack at a reduced price. From her perspective, the deal seemed too good to refuse, but Kim immediately became suspicious. Kim questioned why Charity was so eager to part with her stake, and sensed that something was wrong. However, Charity had no intention of revealing the complicated truth involving Ross, a secret pregnancy, and the child she later allowed others to believe was their own. By refusing to explain her sudden need for cash, Charity only deepens Kim's doubts. Her increasingly secretive behavior makes Kim reluctant to move forward with becoming co-owner of the pub. In scenes to come, Kim shocks Charity by announcing that she is no longer interested in buying into the Woolpack. The setback leaves Charity scrambling for alternatives, prompting her to ask Kim for a loan instead. As Kim leaves, Charity vents her frustration, unaware that Chas overhears the confrontation. With nowhere left to turn, Charity finally confides in Chas and admits that Dr. Todd is blackmailing her over the truth surrounding Layla's parentage. The pair quickly devise a risky plan involving the safe-at-home farm in a desperate attempt to secure the money needed to pay Caitlin. Trying to delay the threat, Charity hands Dr. Todd a portion of the cash as an initial payment. However, Todd makes it clear that the remaining amount must be delivered the following day. She also warns that if the money is not handed over in full, the secret about Charity's child will be exposed in front of everyone, during Sarah's 21st birthday celebration. With the pressure mounting and time running out, Charity faces a race against the clock to prevent her world from falling apart. A possible romance may be developing in Emmerdale for Graham Foster and Kim Tate, despite their long history of betrayal and conflict. After years of plotting against one another, their relationship could be taking an unexpected turn as old feelings begin to resurface. Earlier this month, Graham stunned viewers by admitting to a recent scheme in which he interfered with Kim's medication in an effort to end her life. He claimed his actions. In a surprising response, Kim chose not to pursue further retaliation and instead declared that they were finally even. Their decision to put the past behind them has left many wondering whether their newfound peace could lead to a deeper connection. Discussing the ongoing dynamic between the characters, actor Andrew Scarborough suggested that Graham may be taking a huge risk by challenging Kim, warning that the situation could still unravel disastrously. He pointed out that although Kim once tried to have Graham killed, events never reached their intended conclusion. Likewise, Graham has crossed lines in the past, but has never fully committed to destroying her either. Scarborough also reflected on Graham's recent disappointment after Rona Goskirk chose Marlon Dingle instead of him. He revealed that reconnecting with Rona had been one of Graham's main motivations for returning, and that her rejection left him deeply hurt. With that chapter seemingly closed, the actor expressed hope that Graham's attention may shift toward Kim following their recent reconciliation. He believes there will always be an undeniable chemistry between the two characters. Emmerdale has laid the groundwork for a difficult new chapter in Gabby Thomas's life after she experiences a painful romantic setback. Following weeks of growing attraction, Gabby finally decides to pursue Ross Barton, but the encounter ends in humiliation. Friday's episode opened with Gabby seeking advice from Ross's half-brother Lewis as she practiced how to approach her crush. Confident in her plan, she insisted she knew exactly how to catch Ross's eye. Later, Ross arrived after Gabby called him over under the pretense of an urgent task. Instead, he discovered her waiting in a silk dressing gown. After joking that the situation felt like something out of a glamorous fantasy setting, he was caught off guard when she revealed the lingerie underneath. Attempting to flirt, Gabby asked Ross if he could help warm her up. Clearly uncomfortable, he glanced away and suggested she put her robe back on before he lost what little self-control he had left. As Gabby continued making advances, Ross gently but firmly made it clear that he wasn't interested, leaving her deeply embarrassed. The awkwardness only increased when he revealed that he was already seeing someone. Later on, Gabby opened up to her stepmother Laurel about the rejection, completely unaware that Laurel was actually the woman Ross had been referring to. Meanwhile, the connection between Ross and Laurel continues to grow stronger. The rejection is set to spark a significant new storyline for Gabby as she begins developing an unhealthy fixation on food and body image. Speaking about the plot, producer Laura Shaw described it as one of the character's major upcoming stories. Rosie Bentham, who portrays Gabby, revealed that appearance and self-image become increasingly important to the character. She explained that Ross's rejection, combined with seeing Vinny move on without difficulty, pushes Gabby into believing she only needs herself and can regain control by changing aspects of her life, beginning with her eating habits. Emmerdale is broadcast on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1. Episodes are also available to watch from 7 a.m. via ITVX and YouTube.